Hello, my friends. It's Hattie from Honeybee Stampers, and I'm here for our January 2021 online workshop. I should be in our paper crafting workshop group right now, and as you guys start to hop on, just let me know that you're here and that you're watching. I have some fun things to share with you guys today. It is like the most magical time of the Stampin' Up! Year. It's celebration, and celebration means free product, which who doesn't love free? I know I do. So I'm going to be focusing some of our projects on some free items that you can earn for free based on what you place as an order for this month and actually next month as well. So welcome you guys. Happy New Year. I hope you guys had a wonderful holiday. I took some time off to spend with my family and it was wonderful. It seems like I've been doing this online workshop the second Thursday of every month since July. And so far haven't missed any, and it seems like it's been a while since I've been on here, but it's about the same time frame. So anyways, welcome you guys. We're going to be talking about the celebration catalog, and I'm just going to go ahead and jump right in. So if you miss it live, then you can watch the recording later. So let's chat about this catalog first, okay? So we've got two catalogs that are going on right now, actually three. We've got the annual catalog, of course, and then we've got some new catalogs, the mini catalog and the celebration. The celebration is the smaller one, and pretty much everything in this catalog is you can earn it for free. And how celebration works, if you're new to Stampin' Up!, is that for every $50 you spend, you can choose an item in the $50 category. For every $100 you spend, you can choose an item in the $100 category, and there is no limit to what you can earn. So let's talk about these really quick. Okay, so once we open the catalog up, and many of you probably have already had this catalog mailed to you. If you haven't, I know that there's some issues with mailing right now, so hopefully that won't be you, but if it is, let me know if you need this catalog. So you'll see here that we've got some designer series paper, the Paper Blooms designer series paper, and it is in the $50 category. Here are some of the samples of that paper. We just have little swatches here. So they're double-sided as usual. So it's this side is one pattern and here's the other. So I've got them kind of matched up like that, okay? So that's Paper Blooms, really pretty samples there. Then the next page are the Darling Donkeys, and one of my team members and friends, she likes to call them Dunkies, and I love that. So now I always gravitate towards Dunkies because I think it's so cute. Anyways, Darling Donkeys. This one's free, $50 purchase, obviously. And then you can choose that item. Then we'll go on to this page, Approaching Perfection. This is another stamp set, excuse me, that you can choose. The Oso Ombre Designer Series paper. This is a pretty popular one. I have some samples of that as well. So we've got a few different colors here, Bermuda Bay, Blackberry Bliss, Granny Apple Green, and Rococo Rose, and it's got a nice ombre effect with two different designs here. So that's that paper, and this paper is actually in a 6x6 paper stack, whereas this one comes in 12x12. The next one is Corner Bouquet. I'm going to go through each page, especially for those of you who don't have this catalog, okay? And I'll try to go fast for those of you who do. But anyways, this stamp set, Corner Bouquet, that's another one that's also in the $50 range. And then this one, Heal Your Heart, really beautiful font, that's in the $50 range. Flowering Field Designer Series paper. This is one of my faves, and we're going to be using this tonight. So here are the swatches that you can see. So here's one side and here's the other. We're actually going to use that paper tonight. We're going to use this paper tonight too. Okay, so there's that. And now we're getting into the $100 range. So we've got A Touch of Ink. This is a stamp set, and it's two-step stamping, photopolymer. There's great sentiments in here, and so this one is listed at the $100 range, which means that if you spend $100, then you can choose this one for free. And then we've got another $100 option, and this is the Berry Bliss. I love this one as soon as I saw it. It actually comes with a stamp set here, also two-step stamping, and designer series paper that coordinates with it. And there's actually a stamp set in the catalog that also coordinates with all of this product. And let's see if I can find it. I should have flagged it, but anyways, when I come across it, I will show it to you guys. So this comes in 12 by 12 designer series paper, as well as that free stamp set. Let me actually pull it open so you guys can see it. The great thing about this new mini catalog and the last few catalogs that we've had, they have these kind of an index in the back. So it's before they didn't do this with the mini catalog, and now they do. So it's really quick and easy to find what you're looking for. So on page 44, the Sweet Strawberry Bundle is this one right here. So you've got this beautiful stamp set and the coordinating punch. And this coordinates with that free one. So this bundle together is $32.25, and then if you add a little bit more to it, then you can choose this for free. And here is the designer series paper. These are the swatches here. Really pretty and vibrant colors. Okay, so the other thing about Celebration is that you can be a host. And I know that we're not really gathering like we typically do to host parties, but you can actually host an online party if you're interested in getting some friends together and want to do that, so you can earn some of these bigger items and earn this stamp set here specifically. Let me know, I can help you with that. You can also do book parties, or some people have been their own hosts, and they, you know, when you spend $150 and you become a host. So with this one right here, in order to get this free host set, you would actually have to have a party that equaled $300 or more, and then you would get this one for free. And let me show you the new host set that's available. They always come out with new host sets, and it's this one. This one's called the Sweet Sampler, and in it doesn't have any sentiments, but the images actually coordinate with many of the sweets, a few of the sweets that are in the mini catalog that you'll see here. So that's a fun one. The host sets are always priced at a good price point. So this is only $12.50 for this one, typically valued at $21. And so that's what makes it kind of special. And if you hit $150 in orders, either you yourself or you and some friends, then you can choose this with your host rewards. Okay, so that's that. So I've talked about spending, hosting. Okay, now joining. So if you love a discount, which I know I do, you can join Stampin' Up. And what you would do is you would buy the starter kit. The starter kit's always on sale. It's it's $99 for the starter kit, but you get to choose $125 worth of stuff. No shipping or anything like that. And then this month and next month, you would actually get all of this paper. You would get this new designer series paper free, and they would add that to your kit. And anyways, they would send that to you. I'll talk to you guys more about that another time, but it's just such a great option because there's no pressure to sell, but you can always get a discount on your product that you want to purchase. And so that's the starter kit special. Okay, I've been talking, so let me go ahead and get started with some stamping. So for our very first project, I chose this stamp set here. This stamp set is a brand new one, and it's a great one. It was designed by one of our $1 Million Achievers, Jackie Bolheis, and she came up with a sentiment stamp set that's just all inclusive, okay? So you've got all these great sentiments in here, and this is the card that I designed with it using some of our celebration paper. So I did that, and then there's the inside of the card. So let me put this together for us really quickly. This card is super simple. And for those of you who have opted in to purchase the paper share that I'm doing, the deadline is actually coming up. I think it's on the 16th, 15th or 16th. I have to look. But with the paper share, you're going to get a tutorial for different projects using this stamp set if you purchase that with me. Okay, so I cut this down. This is one of my favorite sizes to cut our designer series paper because you can get a lot of use out of it. So this is like a 3x4. And then I took some Whisper White. Actually, this is Whisper White, but Stampin' Up! No longer sells Whisper White. We've got a new white Some of you guys may know this already, that the mill that usually produces the Whisper White, they closed down during the pandemic, and so Stampin' Up has gone with another company. I've learned to use keep one of these little silicone mats nearby when I'm using my Stampin' Seal, and if I can't get it going, I can just kind of run it on there really quickly, and then that'll get the adhesive going for me. So I'm just going to center that on there. I pulled the color, the Cherry Cobbler color, because it's just so rich and pretty, and then the Ornate Floral 3D embossing folder. This embossing folder is in our annual catalog, and it's considered 3D because it actually has different variations of embossing, and so that's why I love to use it. And I'm going to grab our die cutting machine here. And when it's a 3D embossing folder, you're going to use platform 1. You're going to make a sandwich, and then you're going to put the embossing folder down, and then you're going to use platform 4 and just kind of feed that through. Okay. And what you'll get is this very pretty embossed piece. I just love that. Hopefully you guys can see how just amazing that looks. And I'm just going to add this right to the base of the card, the front of the card, with my adhesive. This Bumblebee Yellow is one of my favorite colors. I'm a Crush Curry girl, so this is very, very close to that, and I love it. Now, another product that is actually from the holiday catalog that's carrying over is this one. Okay, so this is the Banner Punch, and if you guys took my bingo class last year, then you know that we use this. What I did was I just cut my cardstock down, and then I just feed it in to the Banner Punch here. It's in the holiday catalog, and you can still use the same. Oops, let me line that up. I always like to turn it over so I can make sure that it's lined up there. You can use the same numbers to be able to order that if you missed that. Okay, and then I'm going to take our stamp, our thank you stamp. It's such a great font, nice and clean. And then I'm going to eyeball this, and I'm going to stamp straight down. I kind of cut it close there. I might have to adjust that. So there's that. And then what I'm going to do is just take some twine. So we have this snail mail twine combo pack, and it comes in this beautiful, I think this is Blushing Bride, and then of course Whisper White. We used to carry Whisper White, and I love it. I love our Whisper White twine, so I'm glad that they brought it back. I'm going to wrap this around. So for our door prize for this month, I'm going to have a door prize that's going to go up on this page that you guys can fill out. And whoever wins the door prize, they are going to get all of the projects that I make tonight, plus a package of this twine combo pack. Okay, let's see if I can tie. Okay, I'm going to do my little trick. So I put my bone folder here and tie a little knot, and then I slowly release it just like that. It gives me a nice tight knot so that I can actually work with it a lot easier, make the bow and not have to worry about it getting all wonky. Okay, so there's that. I'm going to grab my scissors. There we go. And I would put this on here with some dimensionals, and I would stick this on here. I'm going to redo this thank you, so that's why I'm not going to actually put it down all the way. And then on the inside of the card, I'm going to stamp, and I always like to stamp first in case I mess up. And then if you mess up, you can always flip it over and use the other side. So here is a great sentiment that kind of coordinates with the thank you. And I'm just going to kind of stamp it in the middle, but a little bit more towards the top, because I'm going to add some of the designer series paper to this to give it a little extra oomph. Close this so I don't stick my finger in it. Okay, so get it going on that silicone mat. There we go. And then I'm gonna allow there to be just a little bit of white at the bottom, just like that. And then we'll add this to our card. Don't you guys think that that paper just adds a little bit of something to the inside of the card? I love it. So those of you who actually purchase for this online workshop and you get the card kit, I will give you the piece that goes on the inside as well. Okay, so there's that. Simple card. Now the Happy Thought stamp set. For the paper share that I mentioned earlier, you're actually going to get a sampling of all of the paper that's available in the mini catalog. So you're going to get some of all of this paper. You're also going to get a sampling of these foil sheets, the mercury glass, the Golden Garden specialty acetate paper, as well as the pearlescent specialty paper. What you won't get are the dandy laser cut paper. That's a little bit hard to manage. So you won't get that one or these pieces here, okay? So that's a lot of paper that you're gonna get, and if you add on the Happy Thought stamp set with it, then you will have qualified for a $50 celebration item. So you can add on a free product with that paper share if you do that. So there's the first card. I hope you guys like that. It's quick and simple. All right, moving on. So of course I had to do something Valentine-y because Valentine's Day is in a couple weeks. And the catalog is just chock full of Valentine stuff. So I chose this stamp set, the Hearts and Kisses, and it comes with this adorable punch like this one here. And so you can stamp with this. You can fussy cut this. I actually have to fussy cut the lipstick out today. And then you've got the punch here to punch out the lips and the heart. So here is the project that inspired me. I just shared this recently on my social media. This is a fun fold that I did with my team during one of our holiday events. So we did a mystery stamping event, and what it was essentially was I gave them the measurements, they cut all the paper and everything, and then we got together for our holiday party and I gave them the instructions and they created their own projects, and we came up with all these different projects that were just so cool. So this was the card that I was going off of, and then to see what they came up with, I loved it. It was fun. And we shared it with our with each other on our team page. So I used this as my inspiration for my Valentine card. So here is the card that I designed using the Hearts and Kisses bundle. Just like that, super simple, fun fold. And let me get all my pieces out. I used a couple different of our designer series papers that are free in the celebration catalog to put this card together. So first of all, this is the base of the card. This is one of our flaps here. Okay, let's kind of set myself up here. This is one of the designer series from the Field and Flowers, I believe. Like, look how pretty that paper is. I hate to put it down, but we're going to use the other side for this card. And I like this side as well. We're just going to put this, center this on the panel. Like that. This is that ombre paper. So that Oso ombre paper, that's really beautiful. And I'm going to add some adhesive to this and just lay it down. All right. Now, to create this fun fold, I need to put some adhesive on this flap. I'm going to line it up, center it, and line it up with the edge of my card here so that it creates this kind of action. And then we're going to cover it with this piece of Whisper White. So what I want to do before I put that down is stamp it. So this has got these cute little hearts. And so I'm just going to stamp a few of these in Rococo Rose. Right there. That's good. And this will cover up that little flap that we put there. Okay, there we go. I decided to use some cherry cobbler to kind of mix it up a little bit here. And I'm going to stamp these hearts again. Actually, before I do that, let me stamp my sentiment. Make sure I have enough room. Okay, we're going to use cherry cobbler again. We use this on the first card. All right, happy Galentine's Day. So Galentine's is fun, and I think that this would be a great card to give out to some friends and maybe plan a Galentine's Day with your friends for Valentine's. Maybe something that's virtual that you can do on Zoom or what is that? On the iPhone, FaceTime with some friends. So this would be a cute card that you could put together and give out. And then I have something really cute that will coordinate with it that I'll show you guys in just a minute. Okay, so now I'm going to add it to this. There we go. Okay. And I did already cut out these pieces so that I won't have to actually fussy cut with you guys here today. But I do want to show you a little trick for being able to line up your lips and your heart really easily with the punch. So let me bring this back in. I'm going to put my lipstick down. The lipstick is one that I fussy cut. And then I'm going to pop this up with some dimensionals. And let me see what I do. There they are. Grab my dimensionals here. And just stick it right there. And then this little heart's going to go on the inside of the card. Right there is just fine. Okay. Once I've done that, I can pop this up on the front of my card and add some embellishments. The embellishments that I picked are these sweet little hearts. Let me grab them. Okay. So these are the resin heart embellishments that are in the new mini catalog, and they're super sweet. This one right here you'll see is red, and it's because I took my cherry cobbler Stampin' Blend and I colored that in. I wanted to make this cherry cobbler to coordinate with my card, and I realized that this is very close to this red. And so instead of coloring a bunch of these, I decided to just use this red on the card itself. But I wanted to make sure I pointed out that it's very easy to take our Stampin' Blends and you can color all of these white resin hearts any color you want to coordinate with your project that you're doing. So that's something that I just thought was so cute. And if you place a $35 order with the host code that I'm going to share for this workshop, you will get all of the pieces to create the projects that I do tonight. But then if your order becomes $50, not only will you get a free celebration item, you'll also get these resin hearts in your package for free as a gift from me to you. So it's super important to use the host code because the host code is what allows me to be able to afford to give away the free product. Okay, so there's that project there. I won't put the resin dots on there, but you guys see that. Actually, here it is. So I've just added a few there, and I think it just adds a little something to it. So cute. All right, moving on. Actually, before we move on, let me show you this cute little box that I put together that would coordinate with this card. So if you did decide to do a Galentine's get together, you could make that card and invite them to it and give them this sweet little box, mail it to them or give it to them, that has some candy in it. I don't have any candy in this one, but I did put some of the designer series paper in the bottom as well, so it just looks really finished and complete. This box right here is a new box that we have in the catalog, and let me show you where that's at. It's food safe, so you can put food in here. So if you bake up something, you can stick it in there, obviously. So it's on page 11 in the new mini catalog. It's this right here. When I first saw it, I did not realize how big the box actually was. So I'm really pleased with the size. And it's you get 10 of them, and they're only $9. So look how cute this is. I just took our designer series paper and wrapped it around. Added a little ribbon here. This is ribbons from the annual catalog, and die cut some pieces here, and just added something that coordinates. So wouldn't this be just the cutest little duo to get in the mail, or actually just hand to somebody? So yeah, I just wanted to show you guys that. And actually, let me show you how to put this box together, because I did fumble with it for the first time I tried to put it together. So it's going to come, like I said, you're going to get 10 of them, and they're going to come like this. And all you have to do is take, let me move this. Okay, take, and you're going to fold it on all of its score lines. And then what you do is you bring up the sides. And actually these tabs get folded out. There. All right, so you're going to bring up the sides like so. And you're just going to tuck that side in and do the same on this side. Okay, so you guys see that how I've done that. I've tucked those sides in, and then you're going to tuck this piece in like that. Okay, so it doesn't make a full box, it actually makes a tray. And then you're going to push this in and just kind of stick that down in there, and it kind of clicks in that little tab, and there's the tray right there. Really easy to put together. And then you've got a sleeve that also comes in the package, and the sleeve is super easy to put together. It's already adhered. You just kind of fold it the other way, burnish on those score lines or those folds if you need to, and then you can just slide your tray in. Decorate it however you'd like, and then slide it in. So there's the box. Great size. And then here's your finished product. You can decorate it however you'd like. And like I said, don't forget to add some DSP to the inside. I just thought that was so cute. All right. Our next project. So let me see if I'm missing anything from my little catalog here. The stamp sets that we just used are on page 14 in the mini catalog. So you'll see here's the stamp set. Here's the punch. Remember, if you get a bundle, it's cheaper. It's always 10% if the bundle is new. So if you get them individually, you'll obviously be paying 10% more. There's a lot of great Valentine stamp sets that are available right now. It's just kind of crazy. Alrighty. We move some of these things out of the way, and I'm going to grab our last project. So our last project is a super simple one. I'm going to introduce to you guys some product that's going to be used in the upcoming stamp camp that I'm doing with my friend Brenda Nelson from Canada. And I'll explain a little bit more about that for any of you who have questions about it, because the early bird registration is coming to an end really soon. Okay. So the reason I'm showing this project tonight is because I'm actually not going to be doing a card like this at the stamp camp, but I will be talking about this technique, and I want you guys to be able to know about it and purchase it because it's just too good to not share. Let's see. Okay, so friends are like seashells. This is the stamp set that I'm going to use. The pictures here are not shown at full size, so they're just kind of a portion of it. The card, let me see if I can find my card. Card is very simple. It's this one right here, and I'm going to show you guys how you can make all of the cardstock that we have pearlescent. So in this suite of products, there's actually some pearlescent paper. The pearlescent paper looks like this, and I don't know that you can see the shimmer and shine on the camera. It kind of looks like you can from my angle, but I'm not sure for you guys. But there's that. And then here are the designer series paper that coordinate with this suite. And if you do the stamp camp, you'll get actually a half a pack of each of these papers. And then here's like the other side. Super pretty. So because of the pearlescent paper, you can actually shade on this and maybe brayer some color on here if you wanted to. But I'm going to show you guys a little trick that will make any of our cardstock look like pearlescent paper. And the way that we're going to do that is we're going to be using one of these. This is the new blending brush that Stampin' Up! Just came out with. It comes in a pack of 3 for 12 bucks. And the best thing to do would be to kind of identify each blending brush as maybe a blue. These are for greens. This is for purple. This one right here, I'm going to put a little label on it that's going to let me know that I'm using our Frost White. This is our Frost White all-purpose ink, and we're going to use that to create this background. So let's take the base of our card, using this smoky slate here, and make a nice crease and set it to the side. Okay, and here is our purple Posy cardstock. The purple Posy, because of some manufacturing issues and some quality control problems, we actually don't sell the ink pads. We don't sell the reinkers in this either, but we do sell the markers. So I will be using my stamp pad, which you know, I happened to purchase before they stopped selling them. But you can do the same thing with the markers if you decide to do this. I'm going to take our embossing folder that coordinates with this suite of products. So pretty. It's, again, another 3D embossing folder. So I'm going to just slide that in and let me emboss that really quickly. When you use your embossing folders, you want to put it into your embossing machine with the seam going first. Okay, so seam first. Okay, guys, take a look at this. So first of all, this is super pretty, just as it is, right? But look at that. I hope you guys can see the difference. I mean, it's just so pretty. So let me show you how you can create this. I have some extra of our die cutting plates here, and I use them for embossing folders. I'm sorry, not embossing folders, but I use them if I need them. And this is one of the techniques that you can use for it. So you're going to take our all-purpose Frost White ink. I like to use my Take Your Pick tool and just get some of this ink out of here. It helps me to control it better than if I were to just dump it out. Okay, and then I'll take my blending brush. The great thing about these blending brushes is so soft. They're actual bristles and not sponges. So they look like, I don't know if you can see what I'm doing there. These are actually a bunch of little bristles versus just a sponge there. So I'm just going to tap on over the top of that ink. and then I'm just in circular motion go over my cardstock. So you can see here that I've got some of the shimmer already happening. And the great thing about using these little plates here is that if you blend with either this ink or you blend with our, our different ink colors that we offer, it doesn't matter. All you have to do is run it under some warm water and it all washes away and you can use it again. So there we go. Okay. And there it is. So pretty. What you can do with this is, you can see how it's a little bit sticky here. You can actually take our Simply Chamois. This one's dirty. And you can actually just rub this Simply Chamois, this brush on the Simply Chamois to get the ink color off. Okay, and then you just rinse out the Simply Chamois. You have to make sure that this is dry completely before you go to use it again. If you do use these blending brushes and you use it with just color, so say I'm using like a blue color, and what you can do with this is you can just continue to use it without cleaning it. You can actually just rub it off on some scrap paper until it seems like it's kind of clear. Okay. Thank you, Pam. I'm glad you like that. Super easy way to make all of your paper pearlescent. Okay, so let me close this up. I don't know if you guys have used these before. These are in the annual catalog, but another thing you can do with this is put it in one of our spritzers. You take the spritzer and you add alcohol to it, and you drop a couple drops of this into the spritzer. You shake it up, and you can spritz this really beautiful pearlescent look on your cards as well. Alrighty, so let's move on. I am going to share with you guys this little guy. Isn't he so cute? So thank you, Leanne. So this is our new mini Stampin' Cut and Emboss machine, and it's just so compact and adorable. It's only $60, and so you can use this. You can travel with it, so much easier to travel with. It comes with all the plates that you need, and it's just a really fun and easy way to I guess, stamp and cut and emboss. So what I'm going to do is, you've got the plates again that tell you exactly what to do. So here's my plate 1, and you're going to build a sandwich. Put plate 2. I don't know if you guys can actually see what I'm doing. Let me turn it sideways here. Just follow the instructions on the plates because it will tell you. It's a little bit different than the larger machine as to what you're supposed to do. And one of the things that I've been told is that you want to stagger your plates when you feed them into the machine. So you don't want them directly on top of each other. So let's stick this in here, and I'm going to start feeding it through. Okay, it's going to catch. And we're just going to cut out this little label. So there are tons of labels, and we've got some embossing folders that actually fit with this mini that you can use. You can get away with doing a lot of crafting, okay, using this one. So let's see here. I had a question. Hi, Franny. So the white, yes, you can use this white for all of our paper, and it just makes it absolutely gorgeous. Frost white. And let's see. Oops. Hi, Deb. Good. I'm so glad you got it. It is just adorable. It's so fun to work with. Okay, so let's finish up this card. I took the sentiment here that I thought was probably one of the cutest sentiments, and it says, "Friends are like seashells. You collect them along the way." So we're just going to ink that up in the smoky slate. And we're going to stamp straight down. There we go. It's a little crooked, but that's okay. I can live with that one. And what I did was I grabbed one of the seashells, And again, like I said, I'm using Purple Posy ink pad, but we don't actually sell this. So some of you might have bought it already. So if you have it, great. If you don't worry, you can use the marker. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to ink up the seashell, and I'm going to stamp once, and then I'm going to stamp right over our words. And to me, that just adds a little bit of something, so it's not just a stark white plain image. So there's that. You can cut that out, of course, and add it to your card if you'd like. Then I'm going to take our Purple Posy ribbon. This ribbon is part of a combo pack, the Playing with Patterns combo pack that's in the annual catalog. And what I'm going to do, I'm just going to cut this here. Leanne, you said how do you clean? If you mean if you mean these, I just use the chamois. You can run them underwater too if you want, but if you're actually using this with the color, like just like a, I don't know, like a smoky slate, for instance, or any of the, you don't have to. Oh, how do you clean the chamois? Okay, sorry. The chamois, I just run it under hot water. That's it. I run it under hot water and I squeeze it until it runs clear. And then I personally store my chamois in our cases that look like this. Okay. And so I clean it, I'll store it in here, it'll be damp, and I just kind of close it loosely. If I allow this to dry on its own, what it does is it shrivels up. It shrivels up and it just takes on this really crazy shape. And so if I use this particular case, which we do sell, it gives it enough air flow that it doesn't make it stinky, and it allows it to kind of, I guess, dry flatter. So I'm going to take this Purple Posy ribbon, and I just added some adhesive to the back of this card. Good enough. And then I'm going to slip this other piece through and make a little faux bow. It sounds like your chamois is used, and that's a good thing. That means you're crafting up a storm. Mine looks terrible too. I have several chamois that I use. Okay, so now that I've done that little faux bow, I'm going to just cut some little angles here, just like that. And I'm going to put this directly down to my cardstock. Okay, and let's add this with some dimensionals, if I can find them. Here they are. Again, so those of you who come to the stamp camp, I'm going to share this little tip or trick or technique, but it's not going to be something that we're going to recommend that you purchase as part of the list of items that you need to complete your projects. But I love this technique, and I think that it's something that we all should be, aware of and using. It's just too beautiful not to share, so I want to make sure you guys know about it. So here is, there we go. Let's stick that in the back. And then we are going to adorn it with some of these opals. Aren't these opals so pretty? So these opals are part of this suite of products as well, but these opals are going to go really well with a lot of products that we have in the catalogs. I'm just going to add a few here. And the opals are free if you decide to do the stamp camp and you register early. So as an early bird gift from me to you, I'm actually throwing in the opals. I've had a lot of people who've registered for stamp camp, and they've had questions about, if they already have the stamp set or if they already have this or that. I am making some adjustments. So if you are interested in stamp camp but you have the stamp set already, let me know, because we can make some changes. And I'm also working with people so that they can earn free product. It's celebration, so I feel like you need to earn celebration product as often as possible. So here you go. So these are the projects for tonight. Let me actually share about this suite of products really quick. So here it is. This is Sand and Sea. It's on page 40. Oops, sorry. On page 40. And so we're including the stamp set, this paper, and this paper. Whenever we use these pieces, you're just going to have it included in your projects. You can add on the dies, and you can add on the embossing folder with no added shipping or tax. So that's great. And if you sign up by the 16th, which is in just 2 days, you will actually get the opals for free, opal rounds for free. Okay, and I'll share more about the add-on classes later. All right, so let's get our projects out, and let me go over our ordering special. And I'm so happy to see you guys on here again. I feel like it's been a while. Some of you guys know this already, but Steve and I actually just purchased our first rental property on Monday. We closed on Monday, and it's so exciting. And we're going to rent it to my parents. And so that means my parents are going to be moving into town. And that also means that I'm going to have more help with my little pumpkin. And that makes me so happy. So yeah, so lots of changes happening here in our world. But here are the cards that I did tonight. If you place a $35 order, you'll get all the pieces cut for you and mailed to you. And if your order becomes $50, then you will actually get a chance to choose some free celebration product that's in this catalog. Okay. Thank you, Rhonda. We're super excited. You'll get to choose free celebration product out of here. And also, I am going to give you guys a package of these sweet little resin heart embellishments to put on your projects. Also, let's see here, the door prize. I'm going to post the door prize probably tomorrow. If you enter the door prize, and the door prize is for anyone who watches this video, okay? You are going to get all of these projects that I created today, as well as this combo pack, the snail twine combo pack. And that's it. So I hope you guys enjoyed that online workshop for January. I will be sharing more in February with the celebration. I mean, there's so many great things in the celebration catalog, and it ends in February. So make sure that you take a look at it and take advantage of it. I hope you guys have a wonderful night, and I'll talk to you all again soon. Bye-bye.